I require that before. I don't know if the screen is showing Blender or not, so I'm gonna switch this over to the scenes. See what happens, because it should be showing me the stream and it's not. I really genuinely don't know what's going on here. It's so odd because it's not showing it. If the stream is going, guys, please just bear with me so I can see what's going on. It's showing I'm streaming, but for some reason it's not showing it from the page for some reason. Okay. Let me share it. Please bear with me. I will put this on the Blender screen. Don't know how loud it is, so I apologize if it's too loud, but just uh, bear with me here. Still got too much delay. Because I'm getting some work done, and yeah. So I don't know if I put this here or there, so I'm just gonna put it in there. I really don't know where else I can put it. All right, that's good right there. All right, so let me test how loud it is. Testing one, two, testing. All right, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so if anybody drops in here outside of myself, welcome. And again, my nose is bothering me, so please with me and get to work. All right, so I have to go to 6 now. All right, so again, I'm going to turn this down a little bit on my side so it's not blowing my eardrums out. And then I have to change it here, but that also means that my YouTube is probably too low also. I still want to be able to hear the music. Uh, where am I? Okay, never mind. And then make this 6. All right. There's this shot. Animation. Get rid of some stuff. All right, so I want his animation to stay the same. I'm not changing that. The camera, what I don't want is the rest of this, so I'll get rid of that part. Alright, he has his last line there. Alright, oh yeah, do I have to do it on this? No, okay. And then his animation, he's turning, so And because of the way the shot is designed, I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do this. So I'm going to open this up. It shouldn't be locked in, but I'm just gonna delete it, and then I'm gonna go back to it because I know his idle is here. I'm just gonna do that because I want to keep that idle, even though I probably won't be using it again. At least not at the moment. All right. And because he's the next person to be animated because there's a line, I'm gonna go ahead and go to his thing. Characters, Cannavaro, action, and I need the 180. All right, and then because of this, I'm not. It's not gonna matter because it's just gonna snap to his to what I'm going to use. So, because I'm gonna go to however far it needs to go. Thing is I don't want him to like if I go here, right? I want him to face him, and the best way to do that is to animate this. So this is gonna be a separate shot. Okay. So I'm just gonna stop at 54. Excuse me. All right. So click. And the thing is it's going to be counterproductive. I mean, not counterproductive. I'm so sorry. It's going to be counter. It's going to go in counterclockwise. So I'm going to go boom, and then here. So, well, that actually wouldn't be counter now, would it? Because I need them to face each other. So let's see. His head will go up. So I'm gonna do that. Thing is I don't want it to. I don't want it to do a weird thing. It's still gonna turn. You love that, don't it? You like how it still worked. All right, so now I have to go and change his camera. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, that's still on. All right, and then boom. And I'm gonna go to behind Barak again. That should be fine because he's a pretty relatively short guy. All right, so yeah, so because once he turns, I'll probably end it right there on 52. So I don't need it to. I just needed to go push in on him. Auto key. All right. So yeah, now this is the pretty part because I'm going to add a marker for him. Turn that off so it doesn't animate it for some stupid reason. All right, and then I think point one is a little too small. I'll go to point two. All right, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Really genuinely apologize for that. It's just my nose just won't stop itching. All right, so Cannavaro marker. All right, and then this is when I take him, and his eye should be front. I need to go into. Let's see. Yeah. Can I do that like that?
YouTube Premium is ad-free
Nope.
YouTube
All right.
and ad-free videos on the YouTube Kids app. So kids.
All right. Click the marker. Is this marker still animating? Hopefully it totally is. Turn it off. All right. So yeah, and then because it's behind him, because the eyes are already locked there, what I'm going to do is signal when it needs to turn on. So we're gonna animate that. And the thing is we can animate that. So yeah, that can be animated. All right, so me turn this off so I can see right about there. Yeah, so right about there. And it's gonna be off for the time being. So 1, 2, and then gonna turn on. Okay. So yeah. and it's gonna automatically. The thing I like about this with the constraints is it's pretty much automatically goes into what's the mode? Uh, con, constant. It goes constant instantly. So I like that. And because it's already set, I want to make sure it's a little longer. So when I push it down, it makes sense. All right. So yeah. So as he turns, snap, because he's just gonna look up. Now the thing is you. Let's see how it looks. So he's kind of. This is what I'm gonna do. Is because he's in that position. Once I put the, because the thing is now I have to, because I have to make this two shots. So the next shot is him going to be idle. But the thing is when he starts to talk, I'm gonna show Barrick's face and then snap back to him. So it's gonna be all the same shot. But this is not gonna happen in this shot. Hold on real quick. Man, that's really annoying. If you hear the noise of me turning the microphone, it's like I said, I'm using a headset so I can adjust it and it sort of makes a rattling sound. It has adjustable segments in it. All right, so let's see what we have here. I really want to hear that other song. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Was it this one? I don't think it was. It was this one. No, it was that one. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Layout. Yeah, he's already looking at. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much done. Only thing is I just need to do his blinking. Would wait too late. Cannavare blinking. Even though I don't really need, I do sort of need him blinking right there, but I also need him blinking right here. All right. And what is it on? What is 1.45? All right. Together. All right. I also feel like the depth of field is too is I don't know. Is it too shallow? Let me go. Hold on. Let me go to jitter. All right. I'm sorry. Hold on. Golly, man, that's driving me. I'm sorry. All right. Do a quick blast because I also rendered the other four shots yesterday. Like I already had the first one done, so it was the first shot. Then it was two, three, four, five. Yeah, two, three, four, five. So I had those done. All right. Oh yeah, because once he blinks, it sort of covers the snapping. But he's an old guy, so he's doing his stuff, Dazel. Okay. Okay, guys, just give me a second, please. Just give me a second. Alrighty then, and I'm back. All right, so yeah, so that's a good shot. Okay, so that shot's done. Um, and because I did bring up about that, I'd already did the other one. Let's look at the playback. So I'll mute the music, or yeah, pause it, and I'll go look at this.
You
Excuse me.
know nothing of what once was. The now is very, very different. It is poison.
Poison? How can you say such a thing?
Simply, there are too many that desire but are not willing to make the effort to achieve it.
Then what do you propose?
So yeah, so clearly we see that he's going to turn around, and then in his turn, going to have him start talking. Matter of fact, what I thought about doing originally, I may not end up doing anyway. I may end up doing the opposite of that, where when he turns, once he turns, then we snap over to him, but I'll make it two separate shots so that there's no inconsistency to when he goes into his idle pose. Sometimes you just have to do that. That's how I see it anyway. So, okay, so that's pretty much done. Go to the next one, and I'm gonna go 7, done. All right, and then so I'll go to the last frame, delete the camera, animation. His animation is fine. The only thing is I do need to delete that. Okay. So yeah, because there's no animation on that yet. All right. And then there's going to be an idle animation I'm going to put on him. So let's go back over here. That's idle 2. And that's the thing. That's the ugly about this because now on idle 2, I don't know if that's still 360. Yep, it is. All right. So I'm gonna take that back because I would really want to do that. Like, no, I don't. What I want to do is turn him in general. So I'll just turn him in general. Okay. And that's fine because it's actually not messed up. Like, see? So here he has his idle pose. And oh Lord, what happened? Oh, it's on add. Never mind. Watch. Go back to replace. That was horrendous. Okay, so all right. Let me see. Um, Okay, so I need to take this to video singles. Oh my goodness, his voice line was still there. Okay, so Canavari. I want to say it's line 3. 1, 2, yeah, 3.
A cleansing.
Yeah, because again, I'm going to snap over to him. And in this position, he's the most powerful person. So even though they're both equal leaders, if that makes sense. So yeah. Okay. So I really want this to be like a pullback. I'll put it right here. Yeah, because I wanted to almost be in front of him. Pull back a little bit. All right, turn this on. Because I wanted to be like in 10 frames and just a hard push. Right, and then because okay, yeah, that's fine. And I wanted to just go
A cleansing.
and then we zoom in slowly. And I'm gonna let that stop right there. So make sure that this is clamped. Auto clamped. All right. And then yeah, basically I'll let it linger. Yeah, that's cool. 50 frames. So stop at 50. All right. Because these will be Victor and this will be clamped. All right. So
A cleansing. A cleansing.
all right. So now in this case, I can go to get my. I'm going to go to 0.4 because I want it to seem a little rocky.
A cleansing.
All right. And then in the animation on him, come up, I'm gonna add, oh, it's already on add. Okay, so I sort of want his head to go up and then come back down. So he goes A and then and then 20, and, say at about 30, no, 24 should be okay. Yeah. And then go back to that. But I'm gonna push down. And this should be turned even more. Come out there real quick. Ah, that's not what I wanted. All right, there we go. All right, so click these. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. All right. See what it looks like in here.
A cleansing. A cleansing.
and then that's when we come back up. All right, so this one when I come back up. All right, and then I'll just slowly. It'll be roughly slow. So yeah. So
A cleansing.
yeah.
Cleansing.
All right, and then I just drop that. I can take this down to 0.8.
A cleansing.
Cleansing, and then right there he does another blink, and I'll slow that one down 1.75. All right, so
A cleansing. A cleansing.
yeah, push that back just ever so slightly. All right,
A cleansing.
all right, yeah. And then in this case, because it's going to be a face animation, I can come over here and do this. So it'll start at 0. It's kind of already. What the? Oh, that's never mind. That's from when I was using it on the old laptop. All right. Before. Yeah. Yeah.
A
Click, 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 click. On the scene. Me. Hold on, hold on. Can I not do that?
A cleanse.
See, there we go with that again.
A cleansing. Cleansing. A cleansing.
It should be a little tighter right here. I don't know. I don't know why that's like that. I don't know. Get rid of that.
Cleansing.
Hold on, hold on. Right here, this should be the. This, not this. Yeah, and then here, I'm gonna delete that.
A cleansing. A cleansing.
All right, that's fine. Do that so that I can click it to the face. I mean the beard. The beard. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There you go. All right.
A cleansing. A cleansing. A cleansing.
All right, now to the face. Shoal animation. All right. Okay. All right, so. Oof. Hold on, matter of fact, I'm tripping. No, undo that. Let me purge this thing real quick so I don't have all this extra stuff in my way. All right. So let's see. I don't need this part. So let me get rid of that. Oh Lord, I done clicked the wrong thing. Don't need that or that or that. Okay. There we go. There we go.
A
don't know.
A cleansing.
No, I don't want that. That's not right right there. That one, that's a no-go. I think I do need to come back to the wrist. Not all the way, but close enough. All right.
A
And
cl-
then also, I want to sort of perk this up a little bit more. Oh, this mirror thing. And then, there we go. So it's like cleansing. I'm assuming that's all of them except for these right here. Yep. There we go. All right. Hell, I don't really like that song. I'll let it go that long. All right. That should work. That should work. Let's see.
a cleansing. A cleansing.
Yeah, that should work. This should work. All right.
A cleansing.
I think okay. Okay. Let me do this. All right. F10. Oh, Mike, can I have mine? Mike, I have mine.
A cleansing. A cleansing. A cleansing.
All right. So if I would put this, okay, hold on. Even though they are just cuts and they're not the full thing, I can still add them just to see it. And sometimes I do that. A lot of times I do that. That's 5. So 6, 7. All right. And then go 815, 814 because I don't like all that. All right. So
Then what do you propose?
A cleansing.
yeah, I like that. That's not bad.
A cleansing.
That works. That works.
A cleansing.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Hmm. Yep. I was waiting on it to load up. Excuse me. Stretch it out. Let me open this other laptop up because I need the script. Always reference the script, mine. All right. Let me put this over here in my lap real quick. Laptop. All right. Okay. So yeah. A cleansing, and then we have Barak being like, "What?" I mean, that's not what he says, but in so many ways, it's close to it. All right. Like, I guess I'll do that shot. Let's see, 8. All right, go back in animation. He's already where he's gonna be, so I can, and then, all right. I think the camera's been, no, the camera hasn't been deleted. And I come over here, and it was crazy is that character is still in the shot, even though he's not in the shot. Okay, so, and I also have to go back to this, turn that off. All right, and I need to add his sound because I don't want the sound to just disappear. I want him to immediately respond to this, and I don't remember which one it is. Let me check.
You can't be serious.
Yes, this is line 3. All right. So, go to line 3. I think in this case it doesn't need to go very long But I know one thing for sure is Cannavaro doesn't need to be on for this, so I can turn him off through this, and I'm gonna go to his focal days. Like I want him to have the angry face. So yeah, I don't really need to animate. Uh, yeah, okay. I don't really need to animate much. I just need his face. So it's already selected, which is wild. I really want this on a separate layer, even though it's showing primary or whatever, but the eyes are attached to it, and I really don't want that. I think I'm just gonna assign a new bone layer for that, and I'm just gonna call it a face. Um, 3. Okay, and then push it up. Hold on, let me do this instead so I can see it. Where is it? Oh, it's way down there. There we go. All right. And then I can turn off these two and have this by itself. Cool, because I don't want the mouth to do anything. So I want him to be surprised, like, so turn this on. All right. Hi, what's going on there, Mr. Wiseman, or whichever one goes. Well, I appreciate that, and I'm glad that they've been helpful to you. Um, I tend to be, well, I've already made some. I just have to make sure that the audio is correct and that the background is not too loud. Um, and post those things. I've been some requests for some videos. Some I rejected, but most I was like, I can do something with this. So I appreciate you coming by. I really do. Genuinely. I need him to be surprised. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad that I was able to help you out. I would like to try to ensure that I continue to help people because I know that it's not always easy trying to figure out things sometimes. I know it's not always easy, but yeah. So I'll continue to be helpful as I can when time comes. When I start posting the other videos.
Can't be serious. Can't be serious.
Did it start to relax? A little. It relaxed a little. I don't need to relax too much. Yeah.
Can't be serious. Can't be serious.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. So the YouTube named something different. All right. I mean, not YouTube. Discord name. Well, yeah. YouTube name different from Discord name.
Can't be serious. Can't be serious.
I need that to hold for longer than that. Hey, don't do that, guy.
Can't be serious.
This kid.
Can't be serious.
Hold on.
Be serious.
And then start to go back towards the wrist. All right. Make that faster. 0.6 because that feels better. Yeah, 0.6 again. It's in the title. a short that I wanted to do a while ago called what is called the cleansing. It's two medieval leaders having a discussion about the state of the world, and they're making a choice. And the older guy, which he's not on screen right now, but the older guy, Cannavaro, this guy is the one that's proposing to do a cleansing. And so, yeah, I don't like the way that looks. Huh. Okay, hold on, I see what I need to do. This needs to go up higher right here. These also. Yeah, and then they'll slowly. I wanted to hold a little longer though, so let me turn the torso. I just need these. Do I want to hold it a little bit longer? Oh, okay. Appreciate that. Well, I'm glad that hopefully I don't want that to go like that. That's going too fast. That's resting too hard. Let me do this instead. Well, I'm glad to have you come by and give a little energy to the stream and to the content. I, I haven't been able to stream because of lack of internet, but now I have it. Did I not put that where I wanted it? I think I did. Hold on, I forgot the camera was right there. Let me fix that. I didn't put the thing on there. No, I didn't. Okay. Let me get rid of that. Now let's say 2.8. So, all right. So now the animation I do want is for this part. I'm thinking I'll add it to this. All right. Oh goodness, I never did turn that on. All right. You can't be. All right. Is the follow on? Okay, yeah. Make sure both of these go together. Okay. Just a little bit. Slowly go back up. Slowly straighten. Insane. No, I use right now these characters are DAS. I use HG for my features. So well it depends because I'll use Make Human, I'll use Vroid, I'll use Human Generator, but Human Generator is my main character creator, and I use that for my features so that there's no inconsistencies. A good example, like for instance, I'll just show some images real quick. So like my main film project, all these images on the screen are characters from there. Now some of these are mixed, but there tend to be either characters going to be there for a short period of time, and some are extras. Like for instance, this particular character is an extra, so that's a DAS model. But then we have this character is an HG model. Okay, so like HG model, HG, yeah. So, and again HG, the HG model. Like that's for my features. I tend to use HG for that because they just look a little better. If you look at this model, this is a DAS model, right? And it's not a bad looking model, but it's not. It doesn't pop out like that versus HG model. So yeah, I use HG for my main film projects. Like I like to. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. Both of them are Daz models. Yeah. Like I don't know if you because I don't. I mean, if you're in the HG Discord, then you didn't see these models because I didn't share them. So like for instance, if I go to here, say like this, I mean Daz model clearly, and then Daz model. So this is the other guy, right? And then we have uh-oh, and then we have him. So yeah, like these are Daz models. So yeah, yes, it is quite obvious. Even the higher res, like you really have to do like a lot of skin changes. Like they have things in Daz that allow you to change and alter a model, but that will give it high res fidelity. The issue is it's very textured on the computer no matter how good it is. Like I've seen people with 4090s be like, this thing's taking so, but they don't look bad. They look good, but I prefer the HG models over the DAS models for my features because their subsurface is better. Like so yeah. Yeah, that's what I say. I mean, like, what is it? I think it's called not skin gen, but it's like human skin or make skin or something like that. And it's an actual add-on that goes into all of them. It goes into Character Creator, Blender, and also DAZ. So yeah, but I prefer HG over them because I just do. But yeah. But for this, I was like, I needed something quickly, and I didn't feel like having to try to change the clothing. Like of course, if you looked at the images I showed of my feature, you could see the characters, the clothing they're wearing comes from DAS. It didn't come from HG. So I just put them on them. It's not hard or anything. I have to make a new video for that. But yeah, so anyway, so I prefer to animate all the body features first, clearly, as we can see. So now I have to do the mouth. Now that's the thing, the advantage to this, even though I just got a Rhubarb Lip Sync NG, which I have to go sit up and I'll use that with the HG models. But there's also a Rhubarb Lip Sync called Babylon Lip Sync that I use for these characters. So that's how I'll do the lip sync for them. Let's see, this for line 3. And it uses the shape keys, so. But yeah, it's definitely add-ons for it. Excuse me. All right. Shape keys. All right. I don't know. Let me change that real quick. Go to that one instead. It's probably gonna play a commercial. Yep, like I thought. Well, I guess this do you get clothes?
At Wholesale, we take a unique approach to teaching the art of filmmaking. Our students work on projects.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, oh, how do you just go to their site and get some? Like, you can go to uh, shop and find stuff. They do free stuff every month. Like, for instance, where is it? I think is it under here? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, here, yeah, free models. So like you can come on here, and this is all the stuff that's free this week, right? Or this month. Like it's a lot of good stuff. Like I can't say that it's not. I mean, like some of it might be environments, clothing, and such. Like these are just poses, not the character's clothing. Like if you look at the bundle, it just shows his 30 body poses. Uh, but yeah, so you know, like for instance, like this hair would go on because they say it's for Genesis 3, but it'll go on Genesis 8. It'll go on pretty much any model that's in DAZ. Understand, DAZ is free. Like you come over here, say download DAZ Studio, it will take you to the site. You can just go down. You can create an account and then go from there. But yeah, so it just depends. And I mean, you come up to search and let's say you want a warrior or something. I don't know. Let's say warrior, and then it'll start showing you things for warrior. Like, I mean, that's pretty cool. And pretty much anything you get from there is going to be posable. And this is what $18, $18.99. So yeah, like it just depends. Um, you even have like a corrupted version of it. It's got only one wing and whatnot. And they say they work very well, very high poly, but you have to watch it because it'll sneak up on you. Uh, you'll think you okay, and then you'll be like, oh my goodness, it's so extreme. I hate that it does that. Why is this so you? Hold on, come down right here. Oh, I need this all the way off. This the one that needs to go. Eh. Each. All right, there we go. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. I don't know why it does this with these little pauses in between. Hold on, what? Oh, I see what happened there. I'm cool with this being here. All right. It says here. Nope, none of that. Just started like 5 years ago. Started 5 years ago and kept going. I don't even look at animation like any sort of. I'm sorry, I'm stretching. I don't look at any videos of anybody animating things because it's really more about what you need to do or what you want to do, and you can't really teach that. You say, "Oh, I teach basic principles." I'm like, yeah, but really, the things you really need to know is how to look to like what do you need to do. Okay, so let's do an example if you guys okay. So I'm gonna bring in a human generated character. So no, I'll do a male. Um, bring him in. All right. So what I'll show you is like this here. So what I always say is avoid using the armature unless you absolutely don't like. If you absolutely this is which add-ons are you using for lip syncing? I mentioned it a second ago, but I'm using what's called Babylon lip sync. You can get it off GitHub or you can get it off. I want to say GitHub. Let me go see. I'll show you something shortly. Hold on, Babylon lip sync. I think it's on GitHub. Yeah, GitHub. So you can get it on GitHub. It uses shape keys. Okay, and then I just got the new version of Rhubarb, which is this. But I haven't used it yet, even though I've looked at the videos. It's pretty good. You have to have 4.2 and above to use it. But yeah, okay. So I always say avoid trying to use uh, the armature. All right. So what I tend to do, I use auto rig, but you can't like you if you know or not, you can use Rigify with these models. So I'll just generate a Rigify rig because some people can't afford to get um yeah. I can't think of words right now. Get auto rig. All right. So I turn off certain things. Like I don't use the fingers because they scale. Even though that's great. Like if I click this and I hit scale, it'll bend the finger. Okay. So a lot of people I think don't realize that, but I like to do the details. So I'll turn that off and leave the details on. Um, it's showing a primary and secondary. So you see the face secondary. There's nothing on the secondary face. Okay. So I just turn it off. Primary face is part of the face. The whole entire face is one piece. Okay. So the torso, clearly we see what it turned off, and then we see the tweak. So I keep the tweak and the torso. Okay. I'm gonna leave this in IK, so I'll just turn those off. I'll turn off the tweaks on the arms. I don't use those, and I'll turn off the IK. So we're gonna use IK. Okay, because this is already probably an IK anyway, right? Okay, so one of the things that I always note is when you're trying to start somewhere is a lot of people don't do uh, idle poses. So I'll just mirror, and it's going to so up here in your transform orientation, go to transform, go to local, and over here in your pivot point, go to individual origins. Okay, it's a reason for that. I'll show you in a second. So we're gonna go to the side. Okay, all right, all right. Let me do this real quick. Let me turn that stretch off. unless you're doing really cartoony animations, you don't need the stretch. It's really annoying. So if you're not doing those cartoony animations, you don't need it. All right. Like boom, that's it. Stops. Okay. All right. Another thing is here. I'm gonna rotate because the elbows sort of stick out a little bit. All right. Okay. All right. Shoulders. Go to the front. I'm gonna take it back to the rotation tool. Drop them down. Okay. Now, another thing I notice a lot of people don't do is the finger. So what I'll show you about the individual origins is this. So what I'm gonna do is not the middle finger. I never move the middle finger. So I started learning this over time because the fingers are pretty close, right? So I push the fingers closer to each other. But remember, it's mirrored, right? All right, done. All right, so it says the rig looks so simple to use. I'm talking to you, huh? Take it. Okay, yeah. So then I'll grab this and then rotate. So now we make a fist, right? But it's a proper fist. But the issue here is you see how they start to rotate inward? Just go in and fix it. Because again, what you want to start doing is making pose libraries. So I'll push that out, and now we're good. Okay. Another thing here, rotate it on the X. And just take your time. Don't overthink it. Don't try to remake the wheel. That's the biggest issue most people have. They're trying to, oh, I want to do them. Like, no, it's simple actions, right? Yes, pose library. So now if I do this here, I come over here, and when you want to make the pose library, you have to go to the action editor. I mean the asset library, and you're gonna be in your current file, and you go asset and then pose, and then there it is. So if we go to that side panel, hit N, you can just rename it to fist. Okay. I'm gonna actually clear that asset because I don't need it because I already have one. Okay, and you can do this with whatever rig. You can even do this with your armature. Like it doesn't have to be this particular rig. It can be any particular rig. But you see how both hands are like that? When you go to do the pose library, one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people make is they forget to select all the bones that will be involved. So for instance, let's grab all those bones, not these. Okay, we're gonna grab all these. Again, I am just shift selecting, deselecting. So I'm sorry, yeah, when you shift select, when you control and you drag, it'll unselect it, and then you will actually add your pose there, right? Okay. So we want the character to seem like he's really about to be brooding. So what I'll do is I push his arms out some, all right, and the shoulders go to the side because we want to push those back a little bit. Okay, because use your angles. A lot of people are not using their angles. It's like use the angle, right? All right, so push these forward some. All right, don't forget to rotate this. All right. Yeah, so just little simple things like that. Like don't overthink the process, right? And then clearly the head is on follow. I'm gonna turn that off. I don't. I want to control that myself. All right. Another thing is this. All right. So the arms. Now in this case, I feel like I'll do this instead. I'll sort of turn them a little, turn the mirror off. One foot sort of to the side, the other foot sort of to the front. There we go. So just something like that, right? This is Hakwasi. Will the stream recording remain on it? Yeah, it will. Key charging pose, yeah. Which one do you use for rigging again? Auto rig. I usually use auto rig. I usually just use auto rig. Only time I tend to use Rigify is if I'm using DAS models because they come with a default set. Like over here is that I have a add-on that allows me to bring them in, and it has rigging for Rigify. So even though I can still use auto rig, I prefer auto rig. Yeah. So, but yeah. Then here, let's see. But yeah, the Matango, yes, it will be. It will still be up. But yeah, I'm just showing some things here. So and just little simple things. The face. Oh, I didn't do the face rig. See, I didn't even add the face rig, but that's fine because it has a shape key. So I'm sorry, I can just go over to human generator and go to because I didn't do the face rig, which is crazy because now I can add face rig and it should work. All right, there we go. All right, so and we're gonna put it back the mirror back on. These right here, just little things like that. Oh, where is it? This one. All right. One of the things I noticed too, a lot of people don't think about these parts of the face, like the nose, those things. Yeah. And then of course this one will go down. These, not this will go up. This will go up. These will go down. There we go. So another thing I just feel like this is off. There we go. Put these up a little higher. Uh-oh, nope. There we go. Oh, that is really annoying. Just play my music. All right. Yeah, this is true. I wouldn't have thought about not. Yeah, a lot of people don't. I mean, like it's just one of those things where sometimes you just don't think about it. Like let's look at it in render mode, preview. All right, so let's turn it. So yeah, see, like not bad. I mean, it's just the instant pose. I mean, just done like that. Like, boom. Now the thing is we can get extreme because one of the things that I notice about this is like these bones have some of these bones have limits. So uh, where is it? Yeah, no, see, there's no constraints on that one. That one will keep going. See it? It'll keep going. But it won't go too far, right? Some of them just don't go far enough because of the actual shape cube. But like here, I just push it up some more. Now, on the auto, I mean, on these, one thing I notice is this bone. Where is it? This one. So this bone right here, I want to show you something because a lot of people don't think about this bone. It will literally allow you to do this. So I can push this up and go extra crazy with it or push it back. If I push down, like if I go down with it, it will push I'm sorry, is it down or forward? I think it's back. Yes, back. If I push it back, it'll allow me to do that. If I push it forward, it'll give me a pucker. I can also do the same thing with this one because it's the jaw and you can turn the jaw either way. You can actually adjust the jaw. All right. So yeah, it says does ARP also generate face rigs? Like, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it, but you have to do it yourself. It'll allow you to do it. You have to do it yourself though. Now, if the model already has a face rig like HG does, then it would just convert it over instantaneously. Like a really good example. Let's come out of here real quick. I'll open up one of the. Yeah, okay. So I'll go to one of my characters. I'm thinking about who would be a good test subject. I'll just use Kalita. That's fine. So I'll do it in her workout clothes. Yeah. So, for instance, like right now, I have her face partitioned into parts. So I'll cut her mouth back on when I come in here. So let's go into render mode. All right. So, like for instance, like this face rig is again it's HG model, so it still does the same things. It just automatically does it. But the issue is when you go to do the conversion in ARP, with because what I do, I'm sorry, you have to have Quick Rig, which is crazy because Quick Rig is a separate add-on. Um, if you guys go to my Discord, which I'll have to drop it in the thing, but if you're not already there, just DM me in Discord and I'll help you if that makes sense, so you can have this add-on. Okay, so um, this particular add-on, Quick Rig, but you cannot use Quick Rig without Auto Rig. So in Quick Rig, it automatically allows you to create a rig for the model because it already has a preset for human generator. And if you don't have the constraint set, the eyes won't work, right? So for instance, I already have things set up for this model, right? So I already have a pose library for the HG models. So let's just go with a body pose and it's already set, right? So I don't have to go in and go do anything extra. So let's say I want to do a face. So let's go with the faces and let's say, all right, let me turn this off so we can see it. Right, so I believe this is the wrist. So back to normal face. So it's just choosing the things you want to do, um, and then making a pose library because it's easier to do the pose library than anything. Like I even have a pose where like she's floating in the air, but this is not for her. It was for somebody else. But it's behind the hands behind the back, even though she's got a lot of cake. Hands to the front, and of course a regular wrist pose with arms to the side. So yeah, I mean it'll work with all of those. You have to uh, just have to set it up through auto rig. Now you can do it without it, but you have to go through a whole entire workflow for that, and that in itself is a whole nother monster. So yeah, okay, I don't understand the question. How do you then animate it? However I want. I do whatever. Like there's no set, like, okay, you can go look at courses and stuff, but one of the biggest things that most when I get this question, reason why it loses to me because I'm like, well, what is it that you're trying to do? Like, so for instance, as we look at what's on the screen presently, oh Lord, how did it not do that? So yeah. All right. Let's say, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, any way you like. I mean, one of the biggest things that I tend to do is make facial poses. So I'll make facial poses, but a lot of times when I do any sort of lip sync, I use something like what I just talked about the rhubarb, right? So the rhubarb lip sync or the Babylon lip sync uses shape keys. However, if you don't have that, then you can just do it manually by making your own pose library and then going between those phonemes and or visames or whatever, because you can go in and set the R kit and then will allow you to do the facial motions, but the R kit doesn't do visames or it just animates according to the structure of the face or how the muscles move to say certain words. So in this case, I'm using shape keys. So these shape keys, if you see on the side here, are different or various facial shapes, right? Okay, so like for instance, if I hit the F, if you look at his mouth, you can see his mouth kind of balling up to do the F sound. Okay, so with a rig like HG rig, you can do that already because you can just tell it to do the FACS, the face or fax or however they say it, and do the details. It's already in HG. So to overthink it is don't overthink about it. Like this is one of the biggest things for people. Don't overthink the process. The reason why you're not figuring it out is because you're trying to bypass all the beginning parts. So like this was not simple. I had to set that up. Like I had to set this up. I couldn't just go in and just do anything with it. So if I was to let's see, I don't think I have a character on that's like I guess I can go back to Kalita. So let me go back to Kalita real quick. So for instance, let's say I had a line in there and I wanted to say something or whatever that thing is. Like I could use the facial poses, but these are really more for dynamic looks. So if I want her to smile, I would just use that for her to smile. So let's just go back to the wrist. Oh, that's the wrist. All right, so let me just show an example, right? Just a real quick example. So let me make sure this is set. Yeah, okay, so I'll just turn this on and I want just the face to be on, so I'm gonna go and turn off the secondary and the main. All right, so because I just want her face, okay? You know, it's probably something else. Yeah, yeah, I just want the face. Okay, so because I think I only had like four of these. Yeah. So her face is on. I'm gonna go back to because on the what the thing's called the facial bones for HG. One of the things you don't how do I say it? One of the things that I tend not to do is rotate because it doesn't. It only does locations. Okay, the HG models only do locations. So if I do this, that's the tongue moving, but watch. See, so it only does locations, okay? So I'm gonna select the whole face, hit this. So let's say I want her to say a particular word, whatever that word may be, right? So even if I come over here and add a dialogue, so let me go over here and just say I go in, I don't know, let's just go into here and go to dialogue. So Kalita and say, scene one, line one. I don't know, I go to line three, okay? So she's saying this in line three, right? So she's saying, okay, so I have to mute the music, I'm sorry. Uh, I got your message. I'll check you in a second. So she says Henry. So right here, we're going to pause it. I'm going to click her face again. Oh, it's already clicked. All right. Gonna, what? All right. Hit I. And then what I want to do is, I'm going to go back to the dope sheet. All right. So, all right. I don't have scrubbing on. Scrub. All right. Hen. All right. So this is to say if I'm just animating it by hand. First off, I already know she's saying a certain word that folds, moves a certain way. So I'm going to open them out ever so slightly. And then I know here, these are going to move up because she's saying a word that would involve her mouth opening in that spot. What is this one? Oh, that's for the top lip. Never mind. But I know these will move. This will move. These will move. All right. I don't know why that's not moving up. Oh, I need to use this one. Never mind. All right. So here. So right there, I know I need to push this over because it's not re. So I'll come over here, push this one, push this down. I'll even come up a little bit, push that one back further, push this one over. These will go up a little bit. Those just move a little. This will move a little. So it's so now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go back into rest mode. So I don't like how far that goes up. So that's good right there. There we go. So it's a S sound. So I'll probably Henry. Yeah. Right here. Not this one. There we go. I don't like how far up that's going, so I'll change that. And this one's moving by way of that one. Fix that one. So this will open up more. We'll push this up. Uh, Now here, Lee, L, the tongue comes out on L's. So I'll push this out a little bit, push it up just ever so slightly. So that turn, I don't want that turn, so I'll get rid of that. Hold on, is that the one? That's this one. So here, I'll just come back and then but the pose library allows me to do this. So there we go. Just little stuff like, and then over time, I'll just refine it more and more and more. Thank you. All right. So yeah, it's just one of those things where you just got to go in and toy with it. Now, I've done this time and time again, time and time again, time and time again. I've been doing this for over 5 years. So, um, one of the biggest problems I notice that people have is they're trying to overthink the process. You're welcome. Um, yeah. So I don't know who all's here, but let's get back to work. Siri turn that one off. Yes. What is, hold on. Why is that so far out? Do that, that'll be alright. Same thing here. Alright, there we go. Hold on, is that supposed to be in? What's this one? Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I could. I should tell you the truth, that one needs to go away. What you doing here? Alright, this one, these two, delete.
You can't be serious. You can't be serious.
Your favorite
You can't
TV
be
shows
serious.
are on YouTube. Get
Alright,
Crunchyroll,
I'll
A&C
push that
Plus,
down.
Max, and more on
Let's see
YouTube.
what.
You can't be serious.
Alright, let me see what the playback looks like. F10. Now, you see, if you see me doing certain actions, you go, man, what is he doing? I have a lot of presets that I did myself. So it's just setting shortcut keys for yourself. And anytime you see me, like I just did a viewport render. I go to view, and it's viewport, go to view. And then down here you have viewport image, viewport render image, viewport render animation, and then viewport render keyframes. So I just have the viewport render animation set to F10. And then I can just hit Control F11, which is the default. That's in under the render tab. Hold on, let me load it up.
Be serious. You can't be serious.
Is the camera animated? It's not. I know it's not. It's totally not. Yeah, okay. Let's animate the camera. Alright. Oh.
Serious.
Oh my goodness. Why is that so? Oh, because I didn't change it. Never mind. Alright. What's about to say?
Serious.
Alright, cool. There we go.
You can't be serious. You can't be serious.
Yeah, there we go.
Serious.
How much time I've been on? Over an hour? Yep. Alright, so.
Be serious.
Alright, so let me see what it looks like in this shot. Don't be afraid to put your shots in ahead of time. Oh my goodness, how did that happen? Try that again. I don't know what that was about right there. That should not have done that. What is happening right there? Oh, that's annoying. I shouldn't be doing that. Thank you. 865.
A cleansing.
Can't be serious.
Why is his dialogue so low?
You can't be serious.
I have to go way louder than that. I'm gonna have to go at least to about 3. Because it's just crazy how low his audio is.
You can't be serious.
Alright, so yeah, like this is so far what I have, right? I'm sorry, let me go mute the music because I know that that's probably gonna be distracting.
You
Coffee
know nothing
time.
of what once was. The now is very, very different. It is poisoned.
Poisoned? How can you say such a thing?
Simply, there are too many that desire but are not willing to make the effort to achieve it.
Then what do you propose?
A cleansing.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, so yep. That's it right there for that. All right. So yeah, I a bit at a time putting it together. Uh, All right, that one's done. Go to 9. So go to the next shot. Anytime, like, okay, so something, it's a workflow of mine. So one of the things that I do in, I create a, if you look, I have a, in these photos, they have filming. Hmm? It's again, it's the all of these things, all the clothing and all that stuff is Daz. It's all from Daz 3D Studio or Market Store. All right, so here you have filming, rendering, and anims, assets, the characters, pictures, and voice acting. So always organized, right? Like even if you look in my blend file, you can see that the collections are specific to what's going on, your environment, cameras, which I say cinema, lighting, the actors, which are the characters, animation import if I need to import something, but I'm not. I don't even know why it's still there. Markers, and the markers I use to adjust for eyes and stuff like that. But anyway, so even in here in the render, each render is numbered according to the shot. Okay, and this keeps consistency across the shots. All right, so I'll just click the plus and that's on 9 because the shot is on 9. And then I go in and then I basically just delete everything I did. Um, so, and that's, but understand it's already saved because it's something I did. To keep doing it. Yeah, I've already done all the pieces. So, yeah. And then now it goes to the other guy. I say this is also. No. I did the animation myself. That's something I did with Quick Magic. That's actually that's not it. I'm in the wrong thing. It's something I did myself. It's something I did myself. So yeah.
You can't be serious.
I have to go back to the sound. Yeah. So, like, Cannavaro has to come back, uh, and then his line. There will be no delay in conversation, so I will literally 100% go to the thing. No, like I'll do because I just learned about Quick Magic the other day, and I was like, it did pretty well. But the majority animations that I do are gonna probably come from Mixamo, but that's not all of them. Like a lot of times, 80% of what you might see on the screen, I've done by hand. And it's usually just general stuff because when you're trying to do overly complicated animations, that's usually for more toon type stuff, like what you see in anime and what you see in a lot of stuff like a Pixar or whatnot, DreamWorks. Like that's not things that people normally do. I try to stick to what is realistic to what you can actually physically do, and no one's like doing any of the things you see in a trick film. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of a general walk, I don't. I mean, you don't really need to animate a walk cycle. Like you have too many tools available to you to animate a walk cycle. It just makes zero sense to me. However, when you need sitting and all that, I just do it by hand. Like a really good, like okay, I'll show because I'm here, present, and I'm still streaming clearly. So I have this project that I need to finish called Escape from Neon. Well, I have two different versions of it. Okay, I have the version that I'm doing presently, and then I have the version I originally started doing at first. Okay, so this was the version I was doing at first, right? Okay, so there's a shot where the character actually stands up. So I'll go to it, and none of this is anything I got from anywhere. This is something I did myself. This animation is all me, the 100%. So if we look at the shot from in here, you can look at it from in here. Go. And it's all IK. There's no FK. All right. So when you look at the shot from inside in here, because it's about what's in the screen. So a lot of people are trying hard to mimic something or whatnot, and it makes zero sense. Like even this is just a few little steps, and if, like I said, we look at it from in here, he's just taking a couple of steps forward, and you can even see a little popping in the leg right there. Like just something simple, nothing overly done. And that's character is a make human character, so it's not a yeah. So like even here, that's all me. Just little things. So yeah, versus now that's the original. I mean, that's the original version of it, and then I have the newer version of it where like we'll just because this one's gonna take a little longer to load up because there's more details. All right, so if I go in here, what's that? Okay, yeah. So let me click. Does he have a focal? Yeah. So here, if we look at it, his arms is again all IK. This is a this is a DAS character with a rigified control rig. Okay. So if we look at it from in here, so you see the difference, right? Like how, like even if you look, I've looked at a lot of behind the scenes stuff for studios, and you go, man, the things that you don't notice on camera versus on the camera. All right. So it's like find your shot and then do it, if that makes sense. Like this shot here. Okay. So mm, so if let me see, yeah. So this shot is we're already in the layout. So he's sideways or whatnot. But I just have his body turn or whatnot, and you see him, right? But if we look at it from in here, this is you just animate what you need to animate.
Your
Boom.
favorite movies are on
That's it.
YouTube.
It's
Enjoy
it's
the
just
latest
that simple.
releases.
And I find a lot of people are just overdoing things. Oh my goodness, please go away. All right, so yeah, don't save. This shot. I'm sorry, I had to. My nose is itching. All right, so for instance, all right, just one step, just one step. Step, put his foot down, look, eyes, simple. And the thing is if you look at it, hold on, if you look at it from out here, let me close this because for some reason it's where we're at. All right, so if I turn all that off, I gotta turn off the overlay. So you look at it from out here, and this is the look of it, right? And it's that simple. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Don't. This like, cause this is what it looks like in the shot, right? Okay, so the biggest thing, the biggest hurdle I've found personally is when you first start out. And one of the things that most people do when they first start out is attempt to, how do you say, they attempt to go beyond their present ability. Don't go beyond your present ability. Stay where you are and then build on top of that. So whatever project you do today, whatever you learn today, add it to the next project that you do. So like if you notice the difference between this one versus that that one shot that I did with the when I said it was the original version of it and versus the newer updated version of it, you can see a major difference between the two shots. So and just even the way that it was even animated. So even me doing this particular thing, like you can see the difference between things that I've done before. Uh, if I was to just do this, just go media. So and go to the network channel. Like If you go to my Quasi Media Network channel and you just go into the playlist, because that'd probably be more make more sense. And you can just look at where I started. So if you look at where I started, it'll be under trailers and teasers, right? And yeah, yeah, you can. Like this is one of the first things I ever did in 3D. Like it's just was that was just horrid to me. But then if I leap forward, like this is another one. Oh my goodness. Oh, 5 years ago. And if you look at that and then you compare it to, let's say, hmm, let's see, compare it to, let's say this, totally different. So I guess then, yeah. So yeah, it's just so yeah, you can retarget, yeah, because Rigify works just fine.
Speak with the Oracle. She did tell me about Father.
Yeah, so like it's just different feels, different look. Like you could tell the difference in between that and this. 5 years ago, 2 years ago.
Sadly. Who's this? He reminds me of Dega.
This is Dega's son, Leviticus.
Okay, and then let's say, only even if you just look at some of the things I've just presently done, like blah, 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 like even the squash short, like you can just tell the difference in structure, even overall feel of how the animation goes.
Oh, Timmy, my boy, there is nothing you have that I want. Well, maybe one thing. But first, why don't you run? I need my.
So yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like you will get better. The thing is don't get hung up on if something's not consistent or not. Put it together, put it out. Put it together, put it out. Because from 5 years ago to 2 years ago to present day, you just saw a leapfrog between each one of those things. And I don't have like a specific set of things that I choose to do or want to do. I'm like, okay, I have an idea. I'm going to do that idea. That's how I even ended up with a lot of the videos I have right now, like The Last Glimmer, Escape from Neon, She's a Hologram, Squash to Return, which I did an original squash before this. It was for an animation jam that was done in one of the discords I'm in. Uh, just a lot of different ideas. I mean, like, so don't like these are Vroid models.
Yeah, I know he can be a little too much, but he means well. At least give him a chance. Okay, understood. Well, see you later on tonight. What was that about? You and your weird ass fetishes. Fetishes. Yeah, nigga, fetishes. Tiffany's homegirl says she don't ever want to see your ass again. So she's mad because I wanted her to dress up like Harley Quinn and let me spank her. What you think, nigga? Nigga. Nigga, your weird ass fetishes. She said you weird as shit. Ain't like she wrong. Damn, that was light work.
What am?
I'm sorry, I gotta go back to my music, man. All right, let's see.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, the where I'm at. All right, so yeah, so don't overthink it. Yes, you can use mixed mode. You can use what? I'm sorry. Give you another guys another resource. Okay. Um, so that resource would be this. Hold on, let me get that out of here. So this resource would be this, and it's called MoCap Market. All right, so if you want to use this, go ahead. I'm already logged in, but it's actually done by Perception Neuron. Okay, so you go to MoCap Market, log in, create a login or whatnot, and it gives you things. It even has stuff for sign language, like literally for sign language, like sign language. You know, so yeah, like has stuff for combat, medieval, just like 26 medieval things. He has zombie stuff. I don't know how that's medieval, but yeah. Um, magical spells. It's got a few things on it. It's not bad. It's not a bad resource. And this is the thing, when you go to export, like say if I push this right, it has an FBX export. It exports in the same fashion it would if it was Mixamo. So you don't have to worry about trying to redefine bone sets. So yeah, you're welcome. Let me turn this back down. All right, I'm sorry if that was too loud. If I wasn't loud enough, this is mocap market. Okay, you're welcome. But yeah, so um, yeah, so don't think you have to do anything different with these models. You don't, or with these downloads. Also, I think it's CMU. Let's say animations. All right, the Carnegie Hall ones. Mm, that's not what I wanted. This is right here. All right, so this actually has motions in it, but I'm gonna be real particular with you now. You have to watch out because these, if you download this motion set, you can go to resources and you can come down here and I think there's a website uh, you can go get them, download them directly from, and they're BVH files. But I'm gonna make something real clear: if you get these motions, they don't always like to cooperate. Okay, so yeah, the CG Speed website. So because you'll go on this site and you want to go to resources, and then you're gonna see CG Speed down here. Just click CG Speed, and then you can go and it shows you like it says dash friendly 3ds Max, but these are all BVH files. It doesn't matter. Okay, so um, you can click the dash friendly if you want to. That's the one I used to click, and then you can download the sets right here. Okay, um, but I would say go with these here and not the top ones. Um, I'll go to secondary releases and not the top releases. Let me explain why. Because secondary releases have been fixed. So there was a lot of slippage and stuff, and they fixed it. Okay, foot slippage and all that. You're welcome. So yeah, uh, you can still again use these in Blender because they're BVH files. Okay, so that's a good resource. I don't necessarily use it. I did at one given time. I'm not saying I don't at all because sometimes I might pull something up. Again, have folders and all my motion capture is in here, but it's folders inside of folders. Okay, so it's not just like one thing. All right, where was I? Let's see, he was saying very serious. Yeah, so I need to put the audio in there. Cannavati, line 4. Oof, that line long, bruh. All right, 98 plus, hold on, that's supposed to be 98. 98 plus 6, all right. Okay, so I may not need Barik, but I do need to get rid of that. All right, so let me go over here. Because it's from the side, I'll do it like this instead. 3.2 on the f-stop. I said 3.2. I didn't say all of that. All right.
Very serious.
Ooh, I realized I did that. Hold on, do I need to? Hold on, very serious. I kind of want him to take a step. I'm trying to think about how that would work. So he's like, very serious. Yeah, very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Let's take a step forward and we're done. I'm trying to think about how to do that. Because I don't want the camera to just animate. All right, so let's see. Another good add-on. Again, don't forget Blender extensions, guys. Like go to Blender, the Blender extension site, and just type it into Google. And like say for instance, just go to this Blender extensions, right? And you can sort through them, and you want to go camera, and then you want to get where is it? Hold on. Am I tripping? No, right here, Shakify, and get Shakify, and then play around with it. What's the name? Ian Hubert originally created it. I don't know if they're maintaining it or not, but I know that it's definitely useful. So that's what you just saw me using a second ago, Shakify. So when I play it,
there are too many that believe they have power and do not. Very serious.
Yeah, so alrighty then. Okay, so all right, so in a late editor, I've done videos on this, but I'm probably gonna do a fresh one for it to help a few people out that want to. Because you seeing me layer animations, if you're paying attention to the stream, and you just saw me add a track that is actually a quick key. It's not, it doesn't do it automatically. So I have to come up here, go to track, add, and then add above. So I have F as a shortcut for that. And so I can just hit F and then create another track. Okay. All right. So another thing in the LA, you want to make sure that the track that you want to use is selected, and then select where the actual name and or bone is, or armature. Click that. You're going to close the panel, open it on the side, because if you open the panel, it's going to give you the motion set list. So you close the panel, and you want blending to be on add, because this is if you already have animation on top. If you don't, okay, it's the same as if you use animation layers, because animation layers just does that for you. So you can never mess with the animation before that, because you'll destroy the animation. So let's say there's a base animation, which this is my base. This is my base animation. I do not want to touch that. I will destroy that. So I want to go on top of that. So I'm gonna come up here, click this. I'm gonna go into pose mode by hitting again I'm sorry, Control Tab. Okay, and I'm gonna change this face thing. I'm gonna give him I'm gonna just go face _3, because I really don't feel like, hold on, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go face C. All right, let me push this down, because I really don't want to be dealing with that face in the way. And so many of these things. Okay, and I'll turn that off because I don't need it right now. All right, so how did that not go in there? Face 3C. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna hit I. All right, and then again, listen to the audio. Okay. And don't be afraid to move to the location that you need, so you can see the angle the thing will be at. So it's
Very serious.
so they boom, and so it's about 16, and it will go a little bit forward. So it's like,
Very serious. Very serious.
because that's another thing too, this is one of the principles that I learned over time, is that anytime you do a motion, your head doesn't, unless it's just a snap motion, your head doesn't automatically go to that location. It sort of goes and then rests. So you want to, that's why you saw me do it. Like, if you see here, it goes to frame 6, and then it starts to rest at frame 16. So, and you say, well, how you figure out the frames? Well, I figure out the frames only by just toying with it. Sometimes you just have to toy with it. Don't overthink it. Again, don't overthink it. You do these actions every day. Record yourself. Record yourself blinking. Record yourself talking. Just look at how you move and realize that you don't move like a slinky. You don't move like some weird toy. You move like a person. So when you turn your neck, your head doesn't turn 380 degrees. I didn't say 360, I said 380. It doesn't turn 180. You can't even turn your head 180 degrees to the right or left. It's still more like 160, 150 something. So you can only go so far. It doesn't go, because if you try to turn it all the way 180, you'll probably crack your neck or break it. So your chin never really passes your shoulder. So once you know that, you go, okay, I know how far I can turn my head. So what tends to happen when you want to look further or 180, you turn your upper body. So for instance, if I turn this off, because I just want to show, let's say I just grab this. If I want him to look to the left or the right, I turn this, and then I'm turning his head, because I know I can't turn his head that far, because now it looks broken. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's annoying. All right, so it just adds and drive me so much. All right, so yeah. Anyway, so you just want to just check those things. But his eyes are locked to that marker I created. Okay, so that's why you see his eyes didn't change. Like, his eyes in the same position. Little things like that they use in studios. You want, like, even now you see there's this sphere here. This empty sphere is attached to the camera as the focal point. Okay. Like, if I turn this off, the focal goes away. Even if I get rid of this, it goes blurry for him because there's no focal point. Now, you can choose a focal point if you want. Like, I just go this here and then click him. But what about when he moves? Now you have to animate that. Well, I can just bypass all that by doing this. I just go to his focal and it's done. So no matter where it goes, it's going to be the same. Okay. All right. I already animated this. Don't need another animation. All right. So, yeah. Okay. All right.
Very serious.
So I want his head to start coming back up right about there.
Very serious.
All right. So I see what I want to do right here. Oh, what happened? Oh, it went down further.
Very serious. Very serious. Very serious.
That was way
Very
better.
serious. There are too many.
Serious. Ah, copy that. That's gonna be way too fast.
Very serious. There are too many.
But that's fine, because I can do this.
Very serious. There are too many.
Too many. 56. So, okay. Another thing is hotkeys. I find a lot of people don't think about hotkeys. So they're trying to refine it with their hand, breaking their fingers. So I'm on the Z axis here, right? I'm going to click it, then I'm going to hit shift, and it'll allow me to do it very slowly.
Very
So
serious.
now,
There are too many that believe they have.
so this is supposed to snap a little bit. I really wanted to snap, but I'm gonna pull this back some. All right.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power.
Now you say, well, how is he snapping that quickly? Well, if I select that set of keyframes and go to key, where is that? Snap, right? So I have this selection to current frame with a hotkey on it. So I created a shortcut key for it, and I just use the comma. That's what I use. So it automatic. So no matter where I put this, it's gonna go there, and I can just make it snap back and forth.
That believe they have.
Hold on, I want to do this with that. All right, yeah, cool. Do this. Yeah.
There are too many that believe they have power.
Just little micro movements, because sometimes we just don't move that fast. No matter how much you think you do, you don't. All right, so let's see here. Let's get that right about there.
There are too many that believe they have power.
Ah, come on.
Too many that believe they have power.
See it from the camera, because I'm just trying to focus
There are
on
too many
how he's saying it.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power.
Hold on.
Believe they have.
That's what I need to be doing. All right, so I felt that one.
There are too many that believe they have power.
There it is. That was way better.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power.
I want that to delay a little bit.
Have power and do not.
Ay, ay, ay. That was crazy right there. Hold on.
They have power and do not.
I really want when he turns this way. I want the head to sort of lag a little bit.
Power and do not.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Believe they have power and do not.
There we go. That's a little better, but it still feels too fast.
Power and do not. Do not.
The neck is a little too strong. Okay, so if you go in here and start moving keyframes around like this, don't do that. All right, hit G and then the location or the thing you want to use, right? So I hit GX because it's gonna take me left and right, right?
Power and do not.
Ah, that drives me. All right. Okay, I'm fixing it.
Power and do not.
No, I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. Hold on, I'm tripping. It's this. Scale it up. All right.
And do not.
That was a little better. Oh man, my eye. My eye. I need the same thing here.
And do not.
That's a lot better.
Do not. And do
Oh, this one.
not.
I sort of want to tilt it a little. Nope, undo that.
And do not.
It does feel like it needs to go a little further though.
And do not.
Why is it so fast on the comeback? Let me get rid of that.
And do not. Very serious. There are too many that believe.
Okay, when it went back up, this is the up, right? Let me give it a little extra. All right. Now I use Animate as a smoother, but you can go to Key Smooth right here, and then you can use their smoother, which gives you a little a bit of a little
Very
change there.
serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
All right. It's blinking time because I feel like the blink would feel a little better. I do want this to lag out a little bit, so I'm going to go 2.3. I want to be like,
Very serious. Very serious.
hold on.
Very serious.
All right, hold on. Let's turn that off.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have too many. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
1.75. Uh, there's cases for it. Like personally, I like to smooth with something that's already in the program, but I always say smooth by hand when it's an object. Like for instance, a real good instance. Okay, so I like to demonstrate it, so it's just easier that way. So let me turn this on because I don't have collections. You clearly see I don't have a cube, and there's a reason for that. All right, so let's say I want this cube to go up and down, right? So I'm going to my animation tab because I don't feel like fighting with this. All right, so I'm gonna turn this on, and I'm gonna just hit I, right? And I want the cube to go up but come back down here. Okay, but it's just gonna be a default animation. So we're gonna go 12 frames, and then I'll go. Let me do this, and I'll just go up to right here. So it's locked in, and then I'm gonna go to, let's say I'm at 24 frames for it to come back down. So I'm gonna reset it, but I'm gonna select those first frames, those first keys. Okay. All right. So we're gonna see this, right? But I want to smooth it, right? But you see how it started to ramp up and down? Well, what I'll do is right here, I'll actually grab these keys, hit S and X, and then smooth it out so that it falls down gradually. But see how that's way better, isn't it? Versus what it was at first when we didn't have the smoothing. See how that looked? That didn't look very well, very good, did it? So I grab this here, and I really want to. I just want to just change how it falls. It just falls a little bit smoother. But I want this to go up quicker. So what I'll do is I grab those frames, I just grab those keys, and then scale in. I'm sorry, grab those keys. Hold on, it seems like something's getting selected that shouldn't get selected. What is this? Grab that one because that's what it is. All right, and I'll squeeze it in. So it's whoop, boom. Now let's look at the. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So yeah. So okay, so click here on the handle, and then what I'll do is I'll push the handle out. And then I'm gonna hit GY to push the handle up some. So I want to make that curve a little curvier, right? Yeah. So, and even then, if I wanted to go slower, all I do is go further out. So let's go to 48 frames, and I'll move that over there. All right. So I feel like it's still going too slow or too fast. I can adjust this accordingly. It's just whatever you choose. Whoop, meow, whoop, meow, whoop, meow, whoop, meow. Okay, so it's just a matter of if you want to do it or not. However, with a character, if we go back to the shot, with a character, one of the things that you want to that if you want to do it by hand, I always say fingers. Fingers are the best thing you want to try to smooth with hand or like do smoothing with the hand and the hips. So it's hands and hips because the fingers are very detailed and your hips is your core how you move. Like an arm only can go so many directions, but you can turn, twist, bend, flip, fall, rise, jump, hop, or whatever with a hip. Your hands are grab, move. You can do very small micro moves with the fingers, and sometimes as a general animation doesn't always work. So like for instance, like what I just did with the head a second ago, like me coming in here and these frames, like
Very serious.
that right there. Like I want it to hold. So if I go to the key, this key right here is holding the same key here. They're holding the same key, but I want it to gradually rise.
Very
So
serious.
what I'll do is I'll actually shift select this other set, right? And then you could do this right here. Go into the screen and go Control E, and you can actually give it an in between. See that? So when I do that, it'll actually create a new
Very
key.
serious.
But I don't want that. I'm just saying that you can do that. Okay. All right. So, but if I want to smooth this out even more, I want to select the keys, and then I'll select the actual handles, and let's just hit GX and pull it out, and then watch how it does.
Very
There,
serious.
it's different, right? I don't like that. So what I'll do is I'll undo it, and then I'll go GX, the opposite direction, and it's going to
Very
actually
serious.
change how it comes up. See how I sort of
Very
lagged?
serious.
I don't want that either. So where it already is fine. However, it's the next set of keys that you really want to focus on. So it's this set right here. Okay. Um, so let me go to the next set. All right. So yeah, these. So here I would just select these and then I just pull them out. So it'll actually take longer,
Very
right?
serious.
So you see how I moved a little faster,
Very,
but it's the way that it was set.
very,
So it's just making the curve closer, right? Now, if I stretched it out the opposite direction, it would have slowed it down some. So it's just a matter of figuring out how you want to smooth it. So yeah, you can do it with that or with, well, not with it. Because like I said, I just used Animate, which I just over here and just smooth the keys out, which helps. Like if you see the keys moving, that's extreme smoothing, or even smoothing it in both directions. I can smooth it both ways. You can do the same thing with over here when you go into the graph editor and you go key, smooth, Gaussian. You can do the same thing. You see how the head's moving, but it moves mostly on the edge, on the handles, right? Then you have a legacy smooth, which is Alt O. We don't want to use that. And then you have Butterworth, which is sort of just tweaking the actual keyframe. I don't use it either. That's why I use Animate. Again, if you don't have Animate, let's just go ahead and pull it up. You can go to, you just type in Animate with an E, all right? And it's right here. And you just click, go to it, download it. Trust me, it works with whatever version of widget that you're working with. It still works. Um, it actually has a new version that came out in April 1st. So yeah, and it works with 4.0 and 4.1 and above. So yeah, all right. All right.
very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
Okay. So yeah, I just need to hear another song. All right. If what you got? Yeah, Animate is definitely useful. Um, for the smoothing property. This is more than just smoothing on there. Like, uh, let's come back in here. And if you come over to the side panel here, it shows you blend, ease, frame, infinite, neighbor, default, offset, et cetera, et cetera. Smoothing, waves, noise, all of that's in there. And then Blender has those things, but they work differently. Okay. No problem. No problem. I don't mind explaining something. It's just, it's that simple. Most people don't like to explain things. I don't have a problem explaining things. Only issue I have is with people asking me basically to do the work for them by explaining how, like one thing at a time. I'm like, no, I don't know what you intend to do or what you want to do. You kind of have to do that shit. You have to do that work yourself. Or we're at hour 54 minutes. Bet. All right. So yeah. What's it doing? Oh, now we're going to the mouth. All right. So slipping away from me, and the ocean breathe, and the light. Okay. So you go ahead and get this done. You can go and check out all these things. I'll actually go over here to show you what I'm saying. So Babylon, I think I showed it already, right? Babylon? Yeah, Babylon Rhubarb, Babylon Lip Sync, right? So yeah, you'll go in here to GitHub and you can download it. Trust me, it works just fine because I'm using it right now, but it uses shape keys. So you have to have the shape keys, and those shape keys regardless of what they are, long as they fit into the category that it's set for. Like I come over here and it says A, B, C, D, E, F, G, X. So X would be your rest pose, and then the top one says closed mouth is for P, B, and M sounds. This all is almost identical to the X shape, but there is a ever so slight pressure between the lips. So it says M. So I just put M, okay, because it shows it towards the bottom of the thing. Same thing here on B. It tells you that it's like a consonant sounds like K, S, T. So you do E, E. All right. But I have shape keys, and here's the shape keys, right? And all those are there, so all those are here. And it doesn't matter because you can do the same thing if you have human generator with, but if you don't use the face rig, okay? So if you, and even if you do use, I'm sorry, even if you use the face rig and you set it to AirKit, you could just have to go to the to the facial shapes that are similar to those sounds, and that's it. So it's like me showing you is kind of counterproductive because you could just sit down and figure out what you need because it depends on what you need to do. Oh no, you're not bothering me at all. I'm just showing like just what's available because I find like it's not always a it's not always clear cut. Sometimes you need someone to kind of like, oh my goodness, I'm in the wrong thing. Here. You just need somebody to say, hey, no, or yes. Delete, delete.
Very, very,
It's the wrong thing. Push this down.
very,
What has got it open like that? Oh, it's this one.
very, very,
Hold on, come over there.
very,
Goodness gracious.
very, very,
Serious S.
very serious. Serious.
What is pushing that 100 like that? Oh, you need to close. I know I need an E right here, but not right there. Goodness gracious. What's open? The S. All right. All right. So
Serious. There, there, there,
I don't know why is it 100. It doesn't need to be that big. All right.
there, there,
What's open?
there are too many. There are
How do you not have anything here?
there are too.
Okay. What's open? Why is it closed right there? Hold on. Close that.
There are too many. There are too many. There are too,
I think this one you go turn off.
there are too many.
This is supposed to be the M of the world. This thing here, bro. That doggone E just refuses to go away. Hold on. That's because that's the mesh. It's just a mesh. That's why. Yeah. So once he gets animated, it'll blend through.
There are too many.
I mean, once I finish animating this, I'll just attach it to his face. How in the world? I feel like this is in the wrong spot. Well, maybe. I don't know what this is, but it's gotta go away. That, delete, delete. Huh? That's fine, because that's the sound right there. This needs to go off. This needs to go off. I guess it could be an extreme. That's fine. Yeah. Oh, this one's still on. That's why. So it don't need to be extreme. It doesn't need to be extreme. Open that just ever slow like. Li. Oh snap! I didn't do this. There we go. What in the hell, bro? There we go. The A. F. How in the world in the way over there? Whole mouse jumped. Okay. Pa. I'll do this. This is a O. U. And here. Even here. I'll just drag it. Cause, yeah. Go to the last keyframe. Click. All right, there we go. And this is what's crazy is the fact that I'm now about to use a W. Push this back. Push this back. That one go away. This definitely can go away. Problem is I'm going to delete that. What in the world is doing that? Is it the F? Oh, it's the W. Now this goes strong. There we go. What the hell is this? Oh, okay, I see what it is. All right, never mind. Oof. And do ooh. Well, I guess I can use that one. I'm with that. I just have to add that to the beard now. So, all right.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Do not. Do not.
I guess I add a little T in there, just a little T. That dang on E just not, it's refusing to die. All right. The T. Yeah. Should be line 4, right? I'm assuming that's line 4. If I'm wrong, it's fine because it's not like it's gonna really matter. All right, let's see. Let me see. All right. So Google playback.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
All right. So I see where I want to change it up at, because yeah,
They have
and
power.
do that is this one. That damn thing there, boy.
They have power and do not. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
I'm cool with it popping a little bit, but I might not be cool with it popping a little bit.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
Okay, I see what I need to change. Right here. This.
Power and do not. Not. Do and do
YouTube Premium is ad-free
not.
YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together. Try 1 month free.
Ah, I see you. I see you, you little slime ball.
Not.
It's this one. No, it's got to be that one. Yep, that was it.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Very
That was it
serious.
right there. Boom. All right, so let me F10. Alrighty then.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
I need to animate his
Very
face.
serious.
There's no
There are
face,
too
like
many
no
that believe they have
s-
power and
changes
do
in
not.
his face. But this is why one has this. Oh, this face 3. There we go. Why does it keep sliding up on me? All right, let's see. Torso off. I don't care about the tweak. That's fine. All right. Click. But I'm going to do it like this instead. Let me do this like this.
Very serious. Very serious. Very serious. Very, very serious. Very serious.
I kind of want that to flip to the other side. I'm gonna have to do that. Let me do this. Let me go. All right. So
Very serious. Very serious.
And that's the easiest thing to do is go copy and then copy, right, regular copy, control C, and then control shift V, and then you'll end up animate flipping the animation, so it'll save it automatically as you see.
Very serious.
Yep. The rest pose library comes in handy, doesn't
Very
it?
serious.
I do want this to hold a little longer though, so all right.
Very serious. Very serious. There are too serious.
Mhm.
Very serious. There are too many serious. Very serious. Very serious.
I do feel like that's not up high enough. Go a little higher than that. Why is this not moving? Oh, it's high up as it's gonna go. That's crazy. I thought it'd go farther than that. Okay, cool. All right. Copy paste.
Very serious. There.
All right. KKKK. All right. Let's see.
Very serious. There are
Just a little.
there are
I have no clue why the hell I pushed that up.
very serious. There are too many that believe. Too many.
I messed that up. How the world?
Too many.
Oh, come on. That's not what I wanted either. All right, there we go. I don't know why I couldn't click stuff just then.
There are too many that believe. There are too many. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power. That believe they have power.
And now, boom, boom, boom.
There are too many that believe they have power. That believe that they have power. Too many that
Oh, what?
believe they have power.
Is that the only thing gonna move? Okay, let me do this one. That's it? Oh, they're maxed out. Let's go back. You know what? Go wrists. And then this way I can just go boom. No, I want to apply it.
That they believe they have power. Too many that believe they have power.
And back to wrist. Subtle, just subtle.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Do not. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
There we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Playback, F10. All right, this is 12.5. All right. just change? I don't know. Doesn't matter. All right. So, all right. So here we go. Turn that off for the moment.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not. Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
Ooh, that's gonna look nice in the final cut, in rendered final cut. All right. Come here. Click this. $970. All right.
You propose.
A cleansing.
You can't be serious.
Very serious. There are too many that believe they have power and do not.
Yep, that's gonna work. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop right there. So I really need to take a break. I'm thankful for those of you that showed up, came through, supported. There will be new videos being uploaded outside of this. This will stay up. There's two others of me doing this. Um, and again, the videos that I said I wanted to do, I will be getting those done this week. So with that being said, nothing but love. Catch you on the other side.